Going through these two games against Milwaukee, obviously last night, 4 different fights, and then tonight you kind of start out dropping the gloves. Right at the beginning, just kind of talk about the intensity between these two teams and a little maybe carryover from the playoff series last year.
Yeah, I don't think the playoff series has anything to do with it. It's just two competitive teams take a lot of pride in, you know, setting the tone for the game for each team. And yeah, we're fortunate to have a lot of players that are willing. Yeah, usually it's like that with games with Milwaukee.
And, how difficult is it just to try and generate, consistent offense against a Milwaukee team that's really well structured, able to kind of do so as the game went along? But what did you see in these two games against them this weekend?
Yeah, it's a great learning experience. They're really good at clogging up the middle, and they bore you. You try to force plays, and it's a really a good learning experience. We got to do better as coaches to prepare the players, but it's good for us to go through it. We're going to see Milwaukee a lot, but yeah, that's a good veteran team.
What impressed you the most about just limiting their offenses compared to last night? 36 shots on goal, and they only had 10 through the first 40 minutes tonight. What was that quick adjustment overnight?
No, I actually thought we defended well last night. That's one positive I guess we take from this weekend is the guys' willingness to defend and compete hard. We didn't get any bounces, offensively, but I didn't think we gave up much. If there's one positive, I was really happy with the way we competed. A couple breakdowns, and that's what Milwaukee's a good team. They made you pay.
A couple of chances again tonight on the power play. Looks like finding those passing lanes and maybe just 1 or 2 steps ahead or behind. You talk about not getting those bounces. How frustrating can that be when you see that creativity offensively, but just not able to find the back of the net, especially on the power play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, after you lose and, you look back at what could have done better. The power play, I thought this was a step in the right direction. They showed improvement, hunting to get pucks back. But, at the end of the day, we gotta produce. I know the guys aren't satisfied, but we gotta start finding some chemistry with that if we want to have success.
And then lastly, I want to ask you about Landon Slaggert. His first 2 games back here in Rockford, obviously had injury a little bit earlier up in Chicago. Just what have you seen from him?
Workhorse, yeah, great kid. He's you know what you're getting when you put him on the ice. Really difficult to play against, but he's nonstop, compete. Really, a great identity to our organization. I thought he played really well.
It seems like you kind of were moving the lines around and such. Are you kind of trying to figure out where Slaggert fits in, especially with Moore being out?
Well, when Boucher went out, we have an odd number of forwards, so we don't have even lines.
Gotcha.
And then you add all the special teams. You're trying to, we're in the middle of 3-3. You can't load up too many minutes. I know Landon played a lot, but we're trying to manage, guys' energy. And that's why you saw a lot of different combinations.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yep.
How about one more question? Ethan Delmaster, I know he's been playing pretty well with the production recently.
Yeah.
Can you just comment on his game and how he's doing?
Yeah, Ethan's been great. That him and Nolan Allen have really, it's their 3rd year in the organization. They've grown into leadership roles. But salt of the earth guys, like highly competitive. They're playing big minutes. It's tough as a D. Like your mistakes get highlighted. You're the last ones back. But I've been really fortunate to coach guys like Ethan. He's just humble, wants to get better.